Hey, welcome to Made on Mobile TV. My name is Courtney Jones, and I'm here to help you get the best, most professional video out of your mobile devices. And today, we are going to be talking about something that's actually kind of small but big. We're talking about lenses, conversion lenses to be exact, and they are a really powerful tool for filmmakers, and a powerful yet inexpensive relative to other other lenses and all of that. I mean, when you have a lens like this, for my Sony A7S Mark II, these things can get pretty pricey, right? Well, conversion lenses can be as big as or little as this. Look at that little guy right there. Look at that little, and they can be as big as this. This one's by B-Script, but we're going to talk about all these different lenses. Today's going to be a little different because I'm going to do a little bit of a show and tell. So I'm going to talk to you about these different lenses, but then I'm going to show you what the lenses can do. And I'm going to try to get you in and out pretty quickly, okay? So real quick, on the list of lenses that we're going to be talking about, we're going to be talking about ones from B-Script. It'll get into focus here. B-Script. We're also talking about moment lenses. And look how little that guy is. And we're also going to be talking to you about some from this new company called SV Optics. Really excited about this one. But yeah, these are some inexpensive ways to take your filmmaking to the next level. Okay, so let's get right into it and start, talking about what these things are. First, let's talk about what a conversion lens is. A conversion lens is pretty much exactly what it sounds like, right? It converts the lens that is on your phone, the native lens. It converts the lens that's on your phone into something else. So you attach this this moment lens, for example. It converts the standard lens on your phone into a different focal length, which this one happens to be a 58 millimeter, so it's a longer lens. The lens that I put on here at the beginning of the show is a 60 millimeter by SV Optics. I'm testing that one out, but it will take the standard lens that's on your phone, the 26 millimeter standard lens, which is what I end up using. And you always want to put it on your best lens, and that's usually the wide lens on your phone. The telephoto, sure, it's most phones nowadays have either a telephoto and an ultra wide lens, but typically those are not the best lens on your phone, because the sensor size might be a little smaller. It doesn't have the best low light capabilities, and it is a phone, so it's not going to have incredible low light abilities anyway. So you want to put it on your best lens, and usually that's your wide lens, which is a 26 millimeter. But on the conversion lens will take that and turn it into something else, a longer focal length. And this one happens to be a 58 millimeter. This one's by Moment. Again, the one that I'm using right now is a 60 millimeter. And then I have here one that is a 3x tele by B-Script, and this converts to essentially an 85 millimeter. So you can actually get a pretty decent focal length with these things. So let's get in and talk about what you can get for your money, and then we'll do the show and tell. How about that? Okay, cool. So I'm going to switch over and show you. So these are the Moment lenses, and I have pretty much all of the lenses except the gold anamorphic flare. I do have the blue anamorphic lens here, but you can see the price range. For the 58 millimeter, it's $129, $130 essentially US. And for me, it's worth every penny, right? So I'm going to jump over to check out the Beast Grip telephoto, the 85 millimeter equivalent, and that one, as you can see here, is roughly close to $200. This lens is a beautiful lens. It is. Honestly, it's one of the nicest lenses I've got in my kit. It's pricey, but again, it is worth it. And right now you can't even get it. It says the product is sold out. That's crazy, but it's worth it. SV Optics, which is a new kit on the block, it's got a telephoto lens, and it is. Let's look at this one. It's let's see. That's euros. I'm going to convert it from euros to US dollars, and it is $108 essentially. 60 millimeter equivalent, and it's a really nice lens. Again, it's what I'm using right now. This is the lens that that you're seeing me on right now, and it's great. It's great. Relatively inexpensive, So now I know that some people are thinking, $100, for a lens, but $100 relative to to something else out there, like $400 or $500, equivalent lens, you really can't go wrong because you already have your phone. Anyway, these things are worth their weight in gold. They're, not quite as pricey as gold. Some of them can get up there, in price, but I'll show you what the native lens is going to look like, and just so you know, I'm going to be shooting all of this stuff on the iPhone 12 Pro Max, and I'm going to be shooting it using the wide angle lens, but then I'm going to put all the attachments onto all the conversion lenses onto the wide angle lens, and I'm going to be using the Beast Grip, the Beast Grip's Beast Cage, and just so I can get perfect alignment on all of them. And when I'm done with that, I will actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to show you side by side all of the lenses, including what the native lens can do on the iPhone 12 Pro Max, for example. Okay? All right. So I'm going to roll that footage, and then I will see you on the other side. Okay, so what did you think? I mean, pretty compelling stuff, right? I mean, if you saw the bokeh, the out of focus, um, the having everything out of focus. As you can see, everything behind me here is just slightly out of focus. The ability of each lens has a different characteristic. Um, the moment lenses seem to be a little warmer to me. They have a little bit of a warmer hue, and I love that. I think that's a beautiful looking lens. The Beast Grip, the 85 millimeter on that thing is intense. I mean, that background went way out of focus. The bokeh, the little flare ball things in the background were just really gorgeous. On all of these lenses, there's slight chromatic aberration, which is I think it's not a bad thing. There's a little bit of softness to the moment lens that I like. I use, and we'll talk about this in another video, but I happen to use this is the Moment Cinebloom filter to soften the edge, but I also use Black Pro Mist to do that. But on this one, I shot the lenses totally naked, totally clean, with no filters on top of them. But the one that surprised me the most was the SV optics. I mean, for the money, for the size, it's a 17 millimeter thread adapter that you can see on the back of here. So you have to be prepared for that. But it's a gorgeous looking lens, and for the price, it's really nice. One of the things that I actually like about it is the lens caps on all these lenses are actually metal. Hard, just metal. So, and that's nice. And then it's got a back cap on the back of the lens, so you can protect the back of your lens. And I wish more lens makers did that. In fact, I wish Moment did that. I mean, Moment has a decent lens cap, which is fine, and it's rubberized plastic, and it's good. I mean, it helps, if you drop it, it takes some of the shock out of it and whatever, and that's great. But I wish there was some sort of a back cap for it, and there just isn't. But that's okay. And there is one for the Beast Grip, and it's got a front end and back cap, so that's really nice. But anyway, what'd you think? I think they're all worth it. I think they're all worth the price. They all have different characteristics. I think the SV Optics one was the most neutral in terms of color. The sharpness from edge to edge was really good. I think the Beast Grip is at the pinnacle. It's at the top of the mountain in terms of quality. But I still think that for the money, for me, the Moment lenses, I think, have the most cinematic, in air quotes, cinematic look to them. The Beast Grip is a close second. Also, what did you think about the native lens on the phone? Not bad, right? Now, that is to say that that it was kind of perfect conditions for the native lenses, right? It was outdoors, it was broad daylight. You can't beat any lens in broad daylight. But where the phone starts to fall apart is when you start getting into darker conditions, and that's when you really notice it. And so having a conversion lens to put on your best lens, on the wide angle lens, that's where everything kind of, it will help it shine. But anyway, I'm gonna get out of here and let you guys go and do your thing. But I really appreciate you sticking with me, and I hope that you got something out of this. If you did, like and subscribe and all that jazz. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. I would really like to hear what you have to say in the comments. You can also hit me up on Twitter, and we can, talk there as well. But I don't know. I think that conversion lenses are the way to go for filmmakers, and can up your game, if you can up your game 10, 20, 30%, I think that's a big deal. As always, I'm going to leave you with my parting thoughts, and they are: you don't need permission to create your vision. You know that, because you have everything in your pocket that you need to make something great. So now go out there, make something cool. I want to see what you guys got, and man, I love you guys like bacon, and if anybody who knows me, you know how much I love bacon. All right, guys, take it easy, and I'll see you on the next one.